What's up, Shady Nation? Get ready for a rapid-fire download of the biggest stories hitting the headlines. The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we, bringing you the must-know updates that everyone will be talking about. From unexpected celebrity reactions to groundbreaking developments, we've got it all covered. First up, a true entertainment icon is in the hot seat, facing a firestorm after some comments about movie representation. We're diving deep into what he said, the massive backlash he's receiving, and his attempt to clear the air. You won't want to miss this. Then, we're shifting gears to explore a surprising critique of modern storytelling in family entertainment, sparking a debate that's dividing opinions. Is it about artistic freedom or something more? We break it down. And that's not all. We've got another angle on a cultural conversation that's got everyone talking, examining the reactions from all sides. Plus, a clarification that's making waves as a major artist addresses the fallout from his remarks. Stick with us as we unpack it all. You know the drill. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single update. Let's get into it. Snoop Dogg's movie moment mix-up. Snoop Dogg is finding himself in a cultural crossfire after a recent comment about movie-egoing and LGBTQ+ representation sparked a significant backlash. The iconic rapper, known for his laid-back style and pioneering contributions to music, recently shared his thoughts on a particular scene in the animated film Lightyear, which featured a same-sex couple. His candid remarks, made during an appearance on the It's Giving podcast, led to him expressing a feeling of being blindsided and even admitting he was scared to go to the movies. This statement, intended to convey his surprise at navigating a conversation with his grandson about the on-screen depiction, quickly snowballed into widespread criticism, with many accusing him of homophobia and a lack of understanding regarding modern family dynamics. Snoop Dogg, whose real name is Calvin Broadus Jr., elaborated on his experience, explaining that during a family outing to see the Pixar film, his grandson posed a question about how a female character could have a baby with another woman. Caught off guard, Snoop admitted he didn't have an immediate answer prepared, leading to his comment about being scared and feeling thrust into a situation he wasn't equipped to handle at that moment. He stated, "I didn't come in for this sh**. I just came to watch the goddamn movie." This sentiment was amplified when a clip of his podcast appearance was shared on social media, prompting a swift reaction from various commentators and fans. Adding to the discourse, Snoop later took to social media to clarify his position, emphasizing his support for the LGBTQ+ community. He shared messages stating, "All my gay friends know what's up, they've been calling me with love," and expressed a desire to learn. "Teach me how to learn. I'm not perfect." He acknowledged that his initial reaction was due to being caught off guard by his grandson's question, rather than any inherent disapproval of the film's content or representation. This attempt to explain his perspective aimed to mitigate the damage from the initial backlash, highlighting his personal relationships and commitment to growth. Meanwhile, individuals connected to the film's development also weighed in. Screenwriter Lauren Gunderson, who worked on early drafts of Lightyear, revealed on Instagram that she had indeed created the lesbian relationship depicted in the film, feeling it was a natural and impactful addition. She expressed pride in the representation, stating, "I knew the representational effect it could have. I was elated that they kept it, I'm proud of it. To infinity, love is love." Her comments underscored the intentionality behind the scene and its significance for many viewers, offering a counterpoint to Snoop's initial reaction. This incident is not the first time Snoop Dogg has faced scrutiny for his public statements regarding LGBTQ+ issues. In the past, he has been criticized for using homophobic slurs and making insensitive remarks about transgender individuals. However, in this instance, his subsequent clarification and expressed willingness to learn suggest a potential evolution in his public discourse. The situation has sparked a broader conversation about representation in media, the challenges of intergenerational communication regarding social issues, and the evolving nature of public apologies and accountability in the digital age. But is this the whole story? We'll explore the differing perspectives that have emerged. Next, we're diving into the broader cultural debate ignited by these comments. Snoop Dogg's clarification amidst woke backlash. Snoop Dogg has found himself at the center of a significant cultural conversation, addressing backlash stemming from his remarks about LGBTQ plus representation in children's media. The controversy ignited after the veteran rapper shared his experience of being taken aback by a same-sex couple depicted in Disney and Pixar's 2022 animated film, Lightyear, during a family outing with his grandson. His initial comments, which included the statement that he was scared to go to the movies after being blindsided by the scene, led to accusations of homophobia and criticism from various segments of the public and media. In the wake of the ensuing firestorm, Snoop Dogg took to social media to offer a clarification and express his perspective. He posted a message stating, "All my gay friends know what's up. They've been calling me with love." He further elaborated on his initial reaction, explaining that he was caught off guard by his grandson's innocent question about how two women could have a baby. "My bad for not knowing the answers for a 6-year-old. Teach me how to learn. I'm not perfect," he wrote, indicating a desire to better navigate such conversations and emphasizing that his comments were not born out of malice, but rather a moment of unpreparedness. He stressed that his intention was not to condemn the film or its representation, but to communicate his personal experience of being unexpectedly challenged in his parenting role. The context for Snoop's comments came from an appearance on the It's Giving podcast, where he recounted the incident. He described his grandson's question mid-movie and his own reaction of surprise, admitting, "I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie." He expressed feeling overwhelmed by the need to provide an immediate explanation to a child about a topic he himself may not have fully processed or had ready answers for. This sentiment has resonated with some parents who have found themselves in similar situations, needing to explain complex social issues to young children. The film Lightyear itself garnered attention for its inclusion of a brief scene featuring a same-sex couple, including Disney's first same-sex kiss in a feature film. This moment, which was initially removed by Disney but later reinstated following an outcry from Pixar staff, was a deliberate choice aimed at reflecting diverse family structures. Screenwriter Lauren Gunderson, who worked on early script versions, confirmed her role in creating the lesbian relationship, stating her pride in the representation and its potential impact. Her input highlights the intentionality behind the scene and its significance as a step towards more inclusive storytelling in mainstream animation. However, Snoop's remarks have also drawn criticism from those who view them through the lens of the ongoing cultural debate surrounding woke content in children's media. While some interpret his comments as a genuine expression of parental confusion, others on the left have criticized him for engaging with what they perceive as anti-LGBTQ plus sentiment, especially given his past controversies related to similar topics. This has led to a broader discussion about artistic freedom versus social responsibility and how public figures navigate these sensitive issues. Snoop's attempt to bridge the gap by emphasizing his personal relationships and willingness to learn underscores the complexities of these conversations in the public sphere. But how does this specific instance tie into a larger trend? We'll explore another perspective on this evolving cultural dialogue. Cultural clash, Snoop Dogg and the woke movie debate. Snoop Dogg is currently navigating a storm of criticism, primarily from the left, following his comments on what he termed woke content in children's movies. The controversy centers on his remarks about the LGBTQ plus representation in Disney and Pixar's animated film Lightyear, which he watched with his grandson. His expressed surprise and discomfort with a same-sex couple in the movie have ignited a heated debate about inclusivity in family entertainment, artistic expression, and the role of public figures in shaping cultural narratives. The core of the issue lies in Snoop Dogg's recounting of an experience where his grandson questioned the depiction of a two-mother household. Snoop admitted on the It's Giving podcast that he was caught off guard and didn't have an immediate answer for the child, leading him to express feeling scared to go to the movies. He later took to social media to clarify, stating, "My bad for not knowing the answers for a 6-year-old. Teach me how to learn. I'm not perfect." He also emphasized his supportive relationships within the LGBTQ community, noting that his gay friends were reaching out with love. This response was an attempt to frame his initial reaction as one of parental unpreparedness rather than outright disapproval. However, these explanations have done little to quell the criticism from some on the left, who view his comments as a tacit endorsement of anti-LGBTQ sentiments, particularly given his history of past controversies related to similar issues. Critics argue that his inability or unwillingness to readily explain the existence of same-sex couples to a child reflects a deeper issue of ingrained heteronormativity or a discomfort with normalizing diverse family structures. They point to his "scared to go to the movies" comment as evidence of a broader apprehension towards inclusive content, framing it as a problematic stance rather than a simple parental dilemma. The debate has broadened beyond Snoop Dogg's personal experience to encompass a wider cultural discussion about the direction of children's media. For years, there has been an ongoing conversation about whether certain content is too mature or ideologically driven for young audiences, a sentiment often labeled as woke by its detractors. Those who criticize woke content argue that it prioritizes social agendas over traditional storytelling, or that it can be alienating to families with different values. Conversely, proponents of such content argue that it is essential for reflecting the diversity of the real world and fostering empathy and understanding among children. In this context, Snoop Dogg's comments have become a focal point, with different factions interpreting his words through their own cultural and political lenses. For some, he is a relatable figure struggling with evolving societal norms and the challenges of explaining complex issues to children. For others, he represents a celebrity whose platform should be used to unequivocally support inclusivity, and whose expressions of confusion are seen as a step backward. The situation highlights the polarized nature of these discussions and how public figures can become unwitting symbols in larger culture wars. His clarification, while aiming to de-escalate, has inadvertently placed him squarely in the middle of this ongoing cultural negotiation. But what exactly did he say that caused such a stir? Let's get into the specifics of his public statements and reactions. Snoop Dogg's "My Bad" moment, explaining Lightyear's kiss to grandkids. In a move that has captured significant attention, Snoop Dogg has offered a public apology, or what's being termed a quasi-explanation, for his inability to articulate the concept of a same-sex relationship to his grandchildren after watching the animated film Lightyear. The rapper, who had previously expressed feeling scared to go to the movies due to the presence of a lesbian kiss in the film, took to the comments section of a Hollywood Unlocked Instagram post to address the ensuing controversy. His message, delivered in a style characteristic of modern digital apologies, stated, "My bad for not knowing the answers for a 6-year-old. Teach me how to learn. I'm not perfect." This statement followed his earlier recounting of the incident on the It's Giving podcast. Snoop described a moment during the movie when his grandson, perplexed by the depiction of a female character having a baby with another woman, turned to him for an explanation. "Oh shit, I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie," Snoop recalled, admitting his surprise and his feeling of being caught unprepared. He elaborated, "Y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for." This candid admission of being blindsided quickly led to widespread discussion and criticism, with many interpreting his words as indicative of homophobia or a reluctance to engage with LGBTQ themes in family media. Snoop Dogg's clarification continued with, "I was just caught off guard and had no answer for my grandsons. All my gay friends know what's up. They've been calling me with love." This attempt to reassure the public and his fans aimed to frame his reaction as a personal struggle with a difficult conversational moment, rather than a rejection of the film's inclusive message. He sought to emphasize his existing positive relationships with members of the LGBTQ community, suggesting that his immediate reaction should not be misconstrued as a condemnation of their existence or representation. The context of the film Lightyear is crucial here. The Pixar movie, a sci-fi adventure, featured a brief montage scene that included a same-sex couple raising a child, and notably, Disney's first same-sex kiss in a feature film. This scene had been a point of discussion even before the movie's release, having been reinstated after initial internal debate at Pixar. The inclusion of this representation was a significant step for Disney and Pixar in showcasing diverse family structures in their animated offerings. While Snoop Dogg's explanation on Instagram might be seen as a modern take on an apology, the article notes that few may have noticed this particular comment amidst the larger social media conversation. The piece also humorously compares his situation to potential confusion over other animated films, like Cars, suggesting that the focus on Lightyear's specific content might be disproportionate. Ultimately, Snoop's message conveyed a desire for learning and growth, acknowledging his limitations in handling such intergenerational discussions. The underlying sentiment is that, while he may not have had the perfect answer at the moment, he is open to understanding and adapting, recognizing that his public persona means his words carry weight. But how did the creative forces behind the film respond to this controversy? We'll look at the perspective of those who crafted the very scenes that sparked this debate. That's a wrap on today's hottest headlines. We've seen Snoop Dogg navigate backlash over movie representation, sparking a wider conversation. We also explored critiques of modern kids' movies and the ongoing debate about inclusivity. Don't miss out on any of the action. Make sure you're subscribed to Shady Spotlight, hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload, and drop a comment below telling us what you think. Follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll catch you in the next one.